So I'm going to give you a little bit of advice of cutting things out. I think for this one, since this corner is going to be kind of covered by lanai here, I don't want the whole thing. So one strategy for having that torn paper look. So for a torn paper look, but you don't want to risk damaging the image you want to keep, I suggest getting a ruler. And use that as a straight edge. You're just going to gently lift up. I've got that kind of frayed edge, but it's neat and crisp. Doing that over here. Maybe turning my paper so I can see where to line it up. Again, lining up that ruler. Got that nice rough edge of its hair without putting risk to damaging the image I want. Doing that over here on this side. Get that piece out of the way. One more. Tearing in art or collage is, you know, a valid method. So that's one way. Now for this, I only want this airplane, but I want the kind of torn paper look again. So again, I'm going to take my ruler. I'm going to put it kind of close to it. But this time I want to kind of have the contours of the plane, so I'm just really delicately pinch, and maybe pinch right here. Go really slow when tearing a torn paper look. So that way your image. Now I still want to narrow it down a little bit more. Tearing it with a ruler helped me get to it a little easier without having a sharp cut near it. And just work it very carefully between your fingernails. And kind of pinch, 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 pinch. Just be very delicate. So the torn image, it might be an artistic choice you want to make, but the important thing is that I use a bit of precision and I can place that in a composition. All right, so my next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do cutting methods. Now for this, it's going to require precision and taking time. So first I'm going to take, they're all about that same height. So I'm going to go slow and cut neatly. I want to be close to the object as possible. And I'm going to cut along this parallel. Now, a common error is that some kids might call it good with that, but I feel as though a stronger look in my composition is going to be if I cut out individually in between the peaks and valleys of the crayons. Going slow. If you still have white, go back. It'll be a lot cleaner look. Taking your time and trimming it off. Well, I took the time to cut it out. I feel as though this is going to interact with anything I put in the background a lot better than just leaving those white spaces. Yes, it's a little more tedious, but I think it's going to make for a stronger composition. I could lay it even on something like this, and it almost creates kind of like a fence post with that, but there's more interaction between the background and the foreground. Take your time and consideration of how you prepare your images, whether it's going to be carefully torn small pieces like this, or you use a ruler to tear out, have a rough edge along a perimeter, or going through carefully and removing any background from the image. With that said, I appreciate you for watching, and I hope you take these strategies to preparing your collage images.